Decluttering 85% of my home in 2024 has been life-changing for me as a mum to 4 children and a dog, and I'm here to tell you the reasons why. So there have been so many benefits to my health, my happiness, my well-being, my family's well-being as well, and also the amount of time that I spend on cleaning my home. I'm going to explain exactly why this has changed my life, and I'm going to break this down into small steps. So let's get stuck straight into this video. Also, please, if you like this video, give it a like. I'm a small channel and I'm trying to build up my watch hours. Our one little like will honestly help me like you wouldn't believe. Let me start off by telling you why I decided to start decluttering my home in the first place. So I had a breakdown in my marriage and I was worried about having to maybe sell this house or move out in the future and then having loads of stuff to move out. And honestly, that is the real reason why I started decluttering in the first place. But then I started watching videos on YouTube. I started watching The Minimal Mum and CLUTTER and also the Minimal Ease as well, and they spoke so much about minimalism that honestly I got hooked. And once I started decluttering things, I could see massive benefits to my health, my well-being, my time. Honestly, it is surprising how much getting rid of your things will help you. So then I just got hooked, like I said, and I got really interested in minimalism. And since I started decluttering my home over 2 years ago, I've reduced my things in my home by up to 85%. I'm still going, but honestly, I am struggling to find things to get rid of now because I've got rid of so many things. But like I said, I want to live a real minimal lifestyle. So that's the reason why I'm still getting rid of things. There are still items in my home that I just know I don't use, I forgot about, we don't need in this house either, so I'm still decluttering. And to boost my motivation, I did make this into a 30-day decluttering challenge, and I'm still adding videos to that challenge. So I'll link that playlist down below for you if you're interested. The first way minimalism and decluttering has changed my life is by having less stress. Honestly, it is surprising how much clutter around you can stress your brain out, because it's been scientifically proven that having too many things around you can really clutter up your brain, because your brain is having to process all these things. When I say process, I mean your brain is just noticing all these things around you and it's just working overtime. So now that I've got less things in my home, my brain is not constantly looking at things and having to process those things. I need to thrive in a home where there's not loads of things laying around. So since decluttering my home, it's surprising how much less stress I've got. I feel so much calmer. I love coming home now because it is my safe space. It feels so calm and just a nice place to relax, because I don't have to move things off the sofa before I sit down on the sofa. And I think my kids love coming home from school now as well, because they can come home to a really nice relaxing place after a busy day in school. So it's just a really nice calming environment now with less stress, more peace, and it's just so relaxing. I've noticed this massively in Finley's bedroom. So Finley is my 15-year-old son, and I focused recently on getting rid of quite a few things in his bedroom that he doesn't use. For instance, I got rid of books, I got rid of board games, I got rid of random objects like decor items and little boxes and things like that, just like things that he wasn't using, things that were just collecting dust, things that he didn't need, I didn't need, and things that I just honestly haven't missed since I've got rid of them. And when I walk into that bedroom now, it just looks so calming and inviting, and it's so much easier to keep clean and tidy now as well. I've also noticed he spends more time in his bedroom now as well, because it's probably more of a stress-free environment because there's not loads of things laying around. Another way this has changed my life is I've got less to pick up. Because I've got less things in my home, I've got less things on the floor, I've got less things on surfaces in my home, I've got less things on the sofa, in cupboards, drawers, all that type of thing. You know, there's just less things for me to pick up, and it's amazing. So I do less tidying. I've got more time to myself. I've got more energy in the process, and I've got more time to do things like this because I've got less things to look after, which is amazing because I wasn't finding much time to do videos like this. I only started this channel in April of this year, and it is surprising how much more time I've got back now through decluttering and minimalism. This is a massive one for me. I've got less to clean. How amazing is that? Like, I think as mums, we all want less to clean, because if you've got less things, you've obviously got less to look after. You've got less to clean. You've got less to pick up, like I said, and having less things to clean has been the biggest benefit, I think, to decluttering my home, because like I said, I've got so much more time back now. I was getting so fed up. I was spending so much time on dusting candles and photo frames and ornaments and moving things to be able to clean flat surfaces in my home that I decided, you know what, I don't want this in my life anymore. I don't want to be spending my time looking after things. I want to look after myself and my kids more. Not that I don't look after my kids, that sounded awful, but you know what I mean. I want to spend more quality time with my kids, and I want to spend more quality time on myself as well, because I just was never getting any time to myself. But through decluttering, honestly, it's surprising how much time I've got back, because I do less cleaning, which is absolutely amazing. Also, by having less things, I got less things to put away and find homes for now. So it stops me from having to find room for these things. I love organising, and I think I'm pretty good at it, but sometimes I was finding certain objects really hard to find homes for, like teddy bears. The amount of teddy bears that my kids have got is just ridiculous. Honestly, I just was running out of room for them, so I had to declutter quite a few of them. And my girls know this, like, I'm quite honest. I do declutter when my kids are not around, so they're things I will declutter when they're not around, because I find it's hard to declutter because they want to keep everything. So I do declutter their things, but I as a mum know what they play with and I know what they love, so I can make an informed decision like that. Because I've got less to find homes for as well, it means that I can start decluttering boxes and storage containers, which do honestly take up so much room. I've got rid of quite a few baskets and storage containers now, and it's surprising how much more room I've got in my home just because I've done that, because I've decluttered the things in them and I haven't kept the empty box, because honestly sometimes your brain will think, I need to buy more stuff to put in there. So if you just get rid of the storage container, it'll stop you from accumulating more stuff to put in the storage container, if that makes sense. This is probably my favourite part of minimalism and decluttering my home, and that is family life just seems more peaceful. Honestly, when my kids come home from school, it's just nice because I don't have loads of things to put away. I don't have loads of things to clean before I can settle down in the evening. My kids can just come home to a nice peaceful environment, and the environment in this home is so much more peaceful than it used to be with loads of things around us. And this is something that I've already touched on, but that is that I've got more time. Like I said, I've got less to pick up, I got less to tidy, I got less to find homes for, less to clean, I got less to look at. So I've just got much more time through decluttering and having much more of a minimal home. I can't stress this enough, how much this has changed my life in such an amazing way, because I feel much happier, I feel less stressed, I feel less tired because my brain is not having to work overtime. And this has actually been scientifically proven that too much stuff can make you tired because your brain has to overprocess those things. I've set myself a challenge to declutter my whole house, and I'm doing this in small chunks of time to make it more manageable. I'm a mum to 4 children and a dog, so I've not got much time at all. So I'm trying to do this in little small chunks of time, and it's working really well for me. Over the last 2 years, I've decluttered up to 85% of my home, and I'm still going because I'm working towards a minimalistic home. I've made this into a series to make decluttering your home much more manageable, and this is going to be done in small chunks of time. So don't worry if you've not got much time much energy. You can do this in 5 to 10 minutes a time. It's just the little boost that you need sometimes, and a little bit of a kick up the butt to get started, and sometimes that is the most difficult bit, and that's why I wanted to make these videos, to help motivate you, because sometimes I know what it's like to get started in the first place is sometimes really difficult. I'm going to be decluttering my cups cupboards. A really good indicator with the things that you might want to get rid of are the cups at the back, because they are probably the ones that you don't reach for. So these ones here are my little girls, and I don't reach for them that often, and that's why they are at the back. And I'm just having a little look through. Do I use them enough? Yeah, I use all those. I'm going to also look at the top here, because I've got a few of these like camping mugs. These ones I don't use. They're beautiful. They're handmade little glasses, but I only use them at Christmas time. They are beautiful, but I don't see the point in keeping them in my cupboard just for Christmas time. I'm so scared to use them because they're glass and I break glass so easily. So I'm actually going to declutter those. I was actually gifted them and they're so gorgeous, but I think I can, this one, the Santa's worn off that one anyway, so I'm going to declutter those. So I have decluttered only 2 things, but I did have a massive declutter of this cupboard and I got rid of a basket, and I will show you the basket of stuff that I got decluttered. So a couple of tips with decluttering your cups. You want to look through the backs of the cupboards, like I said, and that's a really good indicator of the stuff that you're not using. Also think about, do you have just too many cups? Go through your cups and find the ones that your absolute favourites, the ones that you use and reach for all the time. And then even if you do like the other cups, just think, can you be quite ruthless with getting rid of them? Because having less things will honestly benefit you so much. It has benefited me massively. And to be honest, if you declutter those things, you're probably not going to even miss them. Ask yourself a question. Can you replace that item if you want to for under £20? And if you can, then just declutter it. Also, is it going to be missed if you got rid of it? What happens if you just accidentally dropped it and it smashed into smithereens? Would you be really upset about that? And also, do you get the use out of it? Does it serve its purpose really well? Do you find it comfortable to hold? I always go for really comfortable cups. So for some reason, I just find certain ones more comfortable for some reason, or nicer to drink from. So just have a little think about that as well. Are you dealing with a cupboard that's just overrun with glasses and cups and you just can't even shut the cupboard? If you are, then just have a good declutter through and just get rid of the ones that you don't need, the ones that you don't use, anything that's a bit chipped or a bit worn, and be quite ruthless with this. I'm going to be putting a timer on my Alexa for 10 minutes and we're going to be decluttering my cutlery drawer today. So I encourage you to declutter along the way. If you don't want to declutter along the way, just get some tips from this video, watch to the end and then get up and declutter yourself, because honestly, it is best once it's fresh in your mind to just get it done there and then. I'm going to start off by, this is my dish drawer, and then above it has my cutlery drawer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by taking everything out and laying it onto the counter. So I find this is the easiest way to declutter things because you can see them better. There's also a little tip that I'm going to show you along the way. So there is method to my madness. So take everything out of your cutlery drawer, and I mean everything, and just lay it out on a flat surface. This could be a table, your countertops in your kitchen, or the floor if it's clean, or maybe a tray or something like that. Take everything out. I have already decluttered some things in this drawer, being very, very minimal at the moment. So this drawer might look quite minimal to you because I don't have many duplicates of things because I have actually decluttered them already. But you might have duplicates, you might have excess amount of things. What I'm going to leave those clips there because I won't declutter those. What I'm going to do is give this a really good clean because it's bogging. I can see how bogging it is now. My Welsh accent's coming out now because it does sometimes. So I'm just literally just going to squirt it with some anti-bac cleaner. So I'm literally just going to use my microfiber cloth. I get these cloths from Amazon, so I will link them because I use them all the time for all sorts of cleaning. You may not have to do this, but it is surprising how bogging these things can get. What you want to do now is start putting back the things that you reach for the most. Start putting back the things that you know you definitely use, okay? So I've got quite a few things in my thing, like this one. I don't use this, so what I'm going to do is leave that there. I'm going to just pick up the things that I definitely use. So I use these, definitely use these. You want to also check that you haven't got duplicates of things. So for instance, I got rid of a tin opener because I had 2, and I also got rid of a peeler because I had 2. I just didn't see the need for 2. So I'm going to just put those back. I got 2 pizza cutters, but that's because we use them all the time. And honestly, we'll use this one, and then within about a minute, we'll use that one as well, because one will end up in the dishwasher. So I do have 2 pizza cutters, but I honestly use them so much. Like in this house, we have a lot of pizza. So I'm going to put the scissors back. So I'm literally just reaching for the things that I actually use. It just makes it so much easier because you're not having to pick things up and think, oh, when was the last time that I used that? Just pick the things that you do use. Put those back in the drawers. So I'm definitely putting back my cutlery. I do find it's useful to get rid of duplicates of things like this that are quite big and bulky. So for instance, I never use this, so I'm actually going to pop that back. I definitely use that. I use that all the time. And that I use, pop that in there, sorry, and that. And then I use my wooden spoons. Probably could get away with just using one at the moment though, so I'm going to pop that back. And then I use my spoons and my spatulas. I got 2 spatulas, but I use them all the time. So I am going to keep 2 spatulas in the drawer. And there's a couple of spoons. And now you can see that I've got a few things here that I just don't use. I'm going to get rid of that because I don't see the need in having 2 wooden spoons. Will you do me a favour? If you're enjoying this video, please give it a like. I'm a new channel and I'm trying to build up my watch hours and my subscribers list so that I can start getting paid for these videos, because at the moment I'm not getting paid. That one little like helps me like you wouldn't believe. It tells YouTube that you like this video, and then this video will just get showed to more people. So thank you so much. I don't use them all that much. And then I am going to get rid of that as well because I'm not using that either. I'm going to put that into storage at the top of my kitchen cupboard because it is a lime and lemon. It's like a zester thing. And I will use it if I have HelloFresh. And also this garlic press as well, because when I have HelloFresh, I use garlic. So we're going to keep that. But at the moment, we're not having HelloFresh. But I know I'll use that in the future. I've also got this thing here. I never use it, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm just going to chuck it, and also this little cap thing. So literally these are going, these couple of things are going, those are going into storage. They're only 2 things. So I think that within 5 minutes, that took me less than 5 minutes probably. And I've just made a massive difference to decluttering my kitchen drawer. While I'm at it, I'm also going to go through my plates because I know that I've got quite a lot of plates. So you want to go through your plates and just check, have you got too many? Are you using them all, and do you really need all these plates? To be honest, I've got 4 kids, so I use these all the time, but you just want to have a little look through. Is there anything that's chipped, anything that's scratched or stained? Like this is really stained, but I use them quite a lot. And also, if you've got loads of things that are pretty much the same, so loads of duplicates, like I got twins who were 7, so I use a lot of plastic bowls, so I will keep those. Are you using any certain size of bowls? Are there any bowls that come as a set? Maybe you've got a large, a medium and a small set of bowls, and then you only use the medium and the large. If you're not using the small bowl, just get rid of it. Don't keep it just because it's part of a set, because there's no point in using up that wasted space. Honestly, just be ruthless and get rid of it. I've also got some plastic cups in here, and I did declutter some of these not so long ago. But if you've got anything like this for kids, just have a little look through. I'm going to grab my little footstool. I love this. I will link it for you. It's one of my favourite purchases from Amazon. And my kids use this all the time. So let me show you what it looks like. It just folds out like that. It does take quite a bit of weight. So I've got quite high cupboards. So I want to get to the top of the cupboard. So this is my cupboard that I use for like days out, lunches and things like that. This is holding a lot of water bottles, and you can see I've got loads of water bottles. Some of them haven't got lids, some of them don't get used enough, and I just want to be quite ruthless today. I've got 3 boxes behind me. I will show you those. One is a box for recycling, one is a box for selling, and one is a box for bin. So I'm going to be able to quickly throw those things in those boxes. I know this bottom shelf here, we use these because obviously it's obvious these are in their bottle organiser, and these are the things that I use the most. I have got a box here of all little tubs, and to be honest I use these because my little girls use them a lot for snacks, so I will leave those there. But there are a few things that I could do with decluttering, like some bottles that don't get used enough, like these ones. I don't use them in the house, but hardly ever, so I am going to declutter those. I'm actually going to put those in my donating box behind me. Not the donating box, the recycling box. And then some of these haven't got lids, but I will be able to find the lids some way. Some of them I know are a little bit leaky, like these leak terrible for some reason. There are some things up here that I know for definite that I'm not using, like these little boxes here. I've got quite a lot of these boxes. See these little snack boxes, and they are ideal, but I don't need this many because I don't use them very often. So what I am going to do is just get rid of that one. This is a box that we've had for a long time, but don't use it enough. And I'm going to get rid of these. I probably will sell them because they're Systema boxes. So I'm going to sell those. I'm going to donate this. Not donate, I keep saying donate. If I say donate, please just take it as I'm going to recycle it because it's plastic. There's also a couple of boxes that I know I don't use, so I know I don't use this. I just keep it on the off chance that I might use it one day, but it's not getting used. I probably will resell that. Let's have a look at these boxes here. I've got quite a few of these snack boxes, but although they are very handy, I'm just not using them, so it's just such a waste. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to keep this one because this one I still use for picnics, so I'm going to put that one back up there. There are a couple of little lunch boxes here that I want to keep because sometimes my girls have packed lunches still. But what I am going to do is put these boxes, which are my son's, put that box up there, put that up there as well, just in case, because sometimes he does use that. And then I've got all this space, which is brilliant. I'm going to donate that, resell that, sorry, resell it, yeah. Oh, I'll get it right in a minute. These are some spare boxes for food. They're like food containers, and I do want to keep them, so I will actually pop those back up there. And then I am going to go through this box here, because I know there's a few things in here that I just don't use, and I keep them just for the sake of it. I got these little chip holder things. And I've also, oh, sorry about the noise. I've also got these little trays as well that I just never ever use them, to be honest. And they are good for hot dogs, but I don't ever use them. So what's the point in keeping them if I don't use them? So I'm going to actually sell those on as well, because I think they're sellable. Because they're practically brand new, I've never used them. And then there's a couple of little goo pot things. Do you know the goo pot desserts? I do use these for making little jellies. So I will actually pop those back up there. Wow, that's a noise. There's also this cupboard here as well that I want to have a little look through. I have actually decluttered a few bottles from this box, but I know there's one bottle in here that I definitely don't use, and that is this one. I've also got lids to bottles that I've just seen in that cupboard, so I'm going to take those lids and put them on the bottles that are in there. But if you've got anything like lids, any little accessories, so things that you just don't use, just get rid of it. There are other bottles that I prefer, so that's why I use those bottles over anything else. Put that back up there. And then there, mainly in this cupboard, there is medicine, so that basket is for medicine. These boxes here are for medicine and plasters. Let's have a little look through this box here. I think I'm going to take these out and put them in the space that I made in that box up there, because I need more room for my Tupperware boxes. I'm finding it really hard to find room for food storage boxes. I haven't got that many, but I have got a few. And we use them all the time, so we do need quite a few. So, oh, look at that, that's amazing. I've got so much more room now. I can put these sandwich boxes in there, and I don't need all these sandwich boxes either, because my kids don't have lunches very often now, so we only use them pretty much for the odd pack lunch and mainly picnics. So there's just a handful of little sandwich and snack boxes there now, which I don't really need loads of. I'm going to put the lids on this, the lid on this bottle. Okay, that's brilliant. I just found a random lid to a bottle that I got rid of, so I'm going to recycle that. And I'm also going to recycle this as well. So now I got a spare box that I can use. To be honest, if I don't use this box for anything, I'm just going to recycle that as well, because when I declutter things, I like to also declutter the boxes that they came in. I just want to show you everything that I've decided to get rid of. So there are quite a few things for selling. So this is going to be my selling box. So I'm going to sell these. What I do is I will fill up a box, and then when I've got some time, I'll take pictures of these, and then I will store them in my garage in a box because I like to sell things on Vinted. I'm going to recycle these. So these will all go in plastic recycling, in my recycling thing. And then there's nothing for bin, which is great, but I always like to have a bin thing just in case I find any rubbish, and I'm not going to recycle my glass of water. Today I'm going to be decluttering my books. I'm going to go through my books, and I'm also going to go through my little girls' books as well because I've got 7-year-old twins. I'm going to go around my home as well and just check, are there any other types of books like recipe books, magazines, any things like a dictionary or learning books like textbooks and things like that as well, and just declutter those as well. I find that decluttering things in categories works so well for me because I can just pick one subject and go around my whole home getting rid of those things instead of just standing in the middle of a room feeling so overwhelmed and not knowing where to start. I just find decluttering this way just makes decluttering so much more manageable. Okay, I've already decluttered a few of my books, but I know I've got a little box of books there that I hardly ever use or look at. So I'm going to go through this little box of books, and I'm also going to show you how I went through my little girls' books as well because I did that yesterday. So I will cut to that video and just explain a bit more about how I went through the process of getting rid of their books. Let's have a little look through these books and just see, would I ever read them again? Am I just keeping these for FOMO, which is the fear of missing out? So me feeling worried about missing out on the information that's in these books, which is a real thing. Honestly, I feel it, and I know a lot of people keep books for this reason. So I'm just going to have a little look through and think, when was the last time that I actually used this book? Like this book here, I keep using it. It's a textbook that I was given from a course that I did about 5 or 6 years ago, and I've never even looked in it. It is really interesting. It's got some amazing information inside, but I don't think I'm going to use it because my girls are nearly 8 now, and I think I just don't really need it, to be honest. It is just parenting tips, so I'm going to get rid of that. There's also a little colouring book here, an adult colouring book that I had when I was pregnant. So I actually bought this to go into hospital with my girls, and I've done about 2 pages. So I'm going to get rid of that as well. It is a lovely little book, so I'll probably donate that to one of my friends. I'm going to ask on Facebook. That's what I like to do, ask on Facebook. Does anyone want it? There's also this learning watercolour book, which, to be honest, I bought from another watercolour artist. But I don't ever use it. I never look at it. There are other ones that I prefer, so I'm going to sell that on Vinted. And then there's this one. This one I bought for my son, so I think I've actually enjoyed reading some of this myself. He wasn't interested in it, but I do enjoy reading that. I'm halfway through reading this book here, so I'll keep that. There are a couple of little art books that I've kept, and they're like little brochures which I've already read through, so I'm actually gonna get rid of those. I'll get rid of those ones. This one I really like. There's loads of amazing information in that. Love that. That's my art book. That's my art book. And this is my Tropics product guide. I will leave a link to this skincare brand down below for you, because if you buy through the link, then I get a small commission. So what I did with getting rid of my little girls' books is I tried to keep in my head the fact that I wanted more space on the shelf, and that was my sole purpose for decluttering their books. I also wanted them to be able to have less choice to make as well, because sometimes if kids are given too much choice, they can get really overwhelmed. I wanted them to be able to pick their own books, so that's why I wanted a bit of space so they could move in between the books as well. And I went through their books and just had a look. Was there anything that was a little bit too babyish for them? Like, is there anything that is a little bit out of their age range? Were there any books that were overread and we were just bored of reading? Were there any books that just wasn't getting used enough? Like anything that's a bit boring, anything that's just a little bit too overwhelming with the information, and I got rid of those as well. I'm also getting rid of this recipe book because I don't use it. I was actually gifted this But to be honest, I don't do any baking, although the intention has always been there. I never ever do any baking, so I am gonna try to sell this on Vinted as well, because it is a really beautiful book and practically brand new. I've only opened it once, but it is a beautiful book, but I just don't use it. And what is the point in clogging up my space in my home with things that I don't need and don't use as well? Have a little look around your home as well. If you've got any magazines that you're only keeping because you think you need to see the information in those books or magazines, you're not missing out on the information now, and you're not going to be missing out on the information in the future. You don't know what information is in there, so what is the difference? If you don't know the information in there, then how do you know what information is going to benefit you? Like, at the end of the day, most things, most information we can find on the internet anyway, or through YouTube videos like this. And that is how I consume information now, rather than reading magazines. So have a look around your home, see what you can find, be ruthless, have a think, can you donate these things? Can you recycle them? Can you give them to friends or family, or can you sell them on as well? I'm on a mission to declutter my whole house, and I've been on a decluttering journey for the last 2 years with the goal in mind that I want to live more of a minimal life, and I've decluttered up to 80% of my home in the last 2 years, but I've still got more to go through. So I set myself up this decluttering challenge to get myself motivated, but also to get you motivated as well, and get you to join in with me and declutter your own things as well. We're going to be working on decluttering clothes today. I'm going to be going through my wardrobe, which is quite a minimal wardrobe because I have decluttered loads of my clothes already. I'm also going to be going through my kids' clothes. I have decluttered some of their clothes as well, but there's still a little bit left to do, especially in my son Finley's bedroom. And I'll give you some tips along the way as well. So if you've got some clothes to declutter, use this as motivation and also inspiration on the best ways to declutter your clothes as well. I'm so ruthless when I'm getting rid of things. I want you to be the same, okay? Let's be each other's support and let's get going. I do like to have a little bit of space in my wardrobe so I can move my clothes easily. And although I am very minimal, there are a few things in this wardrobe I think that I just don't wear enough. And I'm going to start on one area. I'm just going to slowly go through and touch each item. This is the way that I declutter my clothes. You can also take things out and just look at them one by one, and you can decide whether you want to donate it, sell it, or it's a maybe. I would choose those 3 categories because that's going to help you to make decisions fast. If you're a little bit unsure about something, you can put it in the maybe pile and try it on later. See if it still fits you. See if it's a little bit overworn. Is the shape still nice on you? Do you feel good in it? And do you wear it enough to get the use out of it and justify keeping it as well? And this is something that I've been doing through decluttering my clothes, is putting things into the maybe pile, and it just helps me to make a decision a bit later on. I don't try things on there and then because it just makes the decluttering a little bit more strenuous, and then it's easy to lose motivation then if you're tired and you're trying things on. You're just going to lose energy. So all I'm going to do is just go through each item and just decide, do I wear this enough? Is it one of my favourites? Like this item here has been in and out of my wardrobe and I'm a little bit unsure about it, but so I'm going to take this out and I'm going to try it on. That's going to go into my maybe pile, but I'm going to put it on my door handle for now because I'll try it on a bit later on. Some of these items are quite new, so I know for definite I'm going to keep them. So I'm just slowly going through each item and I'm just remembering when was the last time that I actually wore this thing. This cardigan here, although I love it, is a cardigan that I never reach for, and it is a really nice cardigan and I don't know why I don't reach for it much, to be honest. So I'm going to put that in the maybe pile as well because this has been in and out of my wardrobe for about the last 3 years and I don't wear it enough. I hardly ever wear it. There's also this cardigan, although I love it and is so cozy. I put it on for my recent What's in My Wardrobe video that I made for YouTube, and I just thought I looked very bad in it, so I'm going to put that in the maybe pile as well. So I'm going to try that on just one more time to make sure, but I'll probably declutter that. I've got this jacket, which I love, but I have got a new varsity jacket. So I'm a little bit unsure about this as well, because it is going a little bit threadbare as well. I can actually see through that because I've worn it to death. So I might actually declutter that as well. Sleeves are looking very wobbly, so that's another little decision maker for me. Is I can see the quality is going a little bit rubbish. Let me know as well if you want me to make a what did I buy off Vinted video, because I always shop on Vinted and I've got some beautiful pieces off there, and half of my wardrobe is Vinted bought now, so I'm interested in making a video like that. But just let me know if you want me to make a video and I will. I don't think there's many more things in this wardrobe now that I don't wear, but I have pulled out 4 pieces for the maybe pile. So I think pretty much all these things here. Actually, this one's another maybe as well, because I was going to declutter it and then I tried it on and decided that I liked it again. It's a sporty jacket. I tell you what, I do like that. I will put it back in. I'm just having a little look through. I know that these items I wear quite a lot. These are some of my going out stuff, so I'm going to have a little look through that as well. I might actually declutter that, although I love it. It is just a Christmassy dress that I wear. I'll try that on actually. I did used to love this, but I think it's gone a little bit too small for me because it's a size 8. So I'm going to try that on and just see if it still fits me, because I have put weight on. I'm a size 10 to 12 now, so I'm not sure if that'll still fit me. So try that on. There are a couple of going out tops. I don't have many going out items. And look, I've made space, which is brilliant now. I can actually go through my clothes so much easier now, and I'm not having so much choice to make as well because I've got less things in my wardrobe. I'm in my son Finley's room now and I'm going to go through his clothes, and like I said, I have had a little bit of a declutter on this already. I got just under 10 minutes left on my timer, so I'm going to quickly go through, and this is going to help me to make better decisions because I know I'm on a time limit. So what I'm looking for is anything that's gone too small for him. So I'm going to check the labels. Is there anything that's a little bit overworn, like this jumper? But he loves that jumper, I can't get rid of it. But just have a look. Is there anything that's a little bit overworn? Anything that's gone super bubbly? Anything that's a bit see-through? Any holes, rips, that type of thing, stains? And I'm also looking for duplicates as well. So things that are very similar that he's got 2 or more of, like these long sleeve tops. I don't think he needs a ton of long sleeve tops. I think he wears a lot of hoodies as well and jackets. This jacket I know that he doesn't really wear very often, so I am going to get rid of that. Although it's pretty much brand new, he doesn't wear it very often and he doesn't reach for it, so what is the point in keeping it in his wardrobe if he's not wearing it? I'm also going to get rid of one of these long sleeve tops. I'm probably going to get rid of this one because I noticed the writing on the side has gone a bit worn anyway, so I'll get rid of that too. You also want to get rid of any clothing that your child doesn't like the feel of, anything that they're just not comfortable wearing because of the material. And Finley is like this. I think he's got sensory issues. He's always been like it since he was little. I always used to go around the shop feeling the fabric because he won't wear certain fabrics because he doesn't like the feel of them. So anything that you know your child is not wearing, get rid of it. Look at all the long sleeve tops that he's got. He's also got this one. I think I'm going to get rid of that one because he doesn't wear it very often, so get rid of that. What happens is I've got my eldest son who's 19 and he passes clothes down to Finley, so Finley always ends up with sometimes too many clothes. So that's why I got to go through his clothes quite often. Long sleeve top again. See where I mean all the long sleeve tops, but that's more of a sporty one, so I will actually keep that. I will actually keep that in his wardrobe. He's got a long sleeve jacket that he doesn't wear, long sleeve hoodie. I get rid of that. What's the size on it? Check the size. Well, how much have I got left on my timer? I've got 6 minutes. 6 minutes left. I know I'm on a time limit now. This is a size small. I'm not sure if that still fits him. He's gonna have to try that on, so I'm putting that in the maybe pile. I'm just having a look through his t-shirts now because he doesn't wear t-shirts all that often. Even in summer you'll wear a long sleeve top over a t-shirt. Yeah, some of these are I think going a little bit too small for him, to be honest. I'm not sure if they'll even fit him next summer. That one's got a stain on the front, I can see that already, and that's a size small. Get rid of that. This is another long sleeve top. I don't think he's very fussed on this, I'm not sure. I'll keep it just in case. He has got quite a few long sleeve tops, but he wears them all the time, so I don't really mind keeping that. That's a size large, that's huge. I think that might be my other son's t-shirt. This I know is far too small for him, so I'll get rid of that extra small that size. That's the size 13 to 15. He's in size medium men's now, so that's going to go as well. I'm going to declutter these hangers as well, see? So when I get rid of things, I'm also going to take the hangers out of his wardrobe. This has gone too small, but he doesn't wear it as well, so I know all that's going. What are we doing like for the time? This is how much time we got left. Just over 4 minutes. I've also found a pair of joggers, but they're aged 13 to 15, and he's going to need to try those on. They've been in his wardrobe and I don't even think he knows they're there. So I'm going to put those on his bed for him to try on when he comes home from school. And then there's also this pair of jeans that was passed on from my eldest son, and they're a lovely pair of jeans. They're aged 15 years and they are lovely jogger jeans, but I don't know if he's ever going to wear them. And to be honest, I've only kept them just in case we go somewhere nice and he goes out for a meal. But to be honest, I don't think I could even get him to wear a pair of jeans like this. So I'm probably going to sell these on because they are lovely and they look brand new, to be honest. So I will ask him later on, but I'm pretty sure that those are going to get sold. So look how much room I've made. This is amazing. So I'm going to take out these trouser hangers. Because they're not getting used, and I'm also going to take out these as well. I'm going to go through those. Look how much room I've made for him. There's loads of room now, and let me show you all the things that I've decluttered from his wardrobe. Look at all that. That's progress, isn't it? Look how many things. Like, that's amazing. So that's why he's got so much room now, and he's going to have less choice to make, so it's going to make it so much easier for him to come and find his favourite things, because he only wears his favourite outfits anyway. So what is the point in him having so many things in his wardrobe? And these things can be resold or donated and someone could get the use out of them. So I don't want to leave them in a wardrobe and then be wasted. And look how much progress I've made in 15 minutes. These are all the things that I've decided to declutter from my sons and my wardrobe. I just think that's a massive pile to be decluttered in 15 minutes. So if I can do this in 15 minutes, you definitely can. Make a start. If you need any help, please comment and let me know. I'm here to help you. What I do want to do though is fold the things up that I'm going to sell. So I know the things that I'm going to sell and I know the things that I'm going to donate. So all I'm going to do is just put them in a little pile, and then I can take photos of them a little bit later on. So I like to take all my photos on in the same day, so I won't do that today. I will sell those, I will sell those. I know what's going to be resellable and what's not going to be resellable. Some of these are just a bit too worn to be resold. Declutter that and declutter that. That's going to go in donation. So I've got a selling pile. There's my selling pile, and that is my donate pile. Now I want you to have a look through your wardrobe and get decluttering your wardrobe. And if you need to declutter your kids' wardrobes as well, I have made a video on how to get started with decluttering your kids' wardrobes, and there's some really good tips in there. So I will leave that linked in my description box. Good luck with your decluttering. Today we're going to be decluttering socks and underwear. I'm going to go through my socks because I've got quite a lot of ankle socks, sports socks, and also everyday trainer socks. And then I'm also going to be going through my underwear drawers as well. You can set a timer if you want to. I'm not going to, but I do suggest if you want to get some motivation, either put some music on or set a timer. I like to listen to music because it really motivates me. So let's get stuck straight into my sock drawer. Open up your sock drawer as well and declutter along with me, because I find that is the best way to do this. In my sock drawer I've got thick winter socks. I don't think I need as many winter socks as I've got here, so I've got loads of these thick winter socks. To be honest, I only need really about 4 or 5 pairs, so what I'm going to do is just leave 4 pairs out, and then I'm going to put the rest under my bed in storage. I really do not need that amount of socks, and I'm going to keep some thinner socks as well. So these are thinner ankle socks and a pair of black ones, but these two I'm going to stick under my bed just so there's not as much in my drawer all in one go. With less socks in there I can find things easier. I've also got some new socks, and these are my little frilly socks, so I want to keep those in there, but what I want to do is actually take out some of the sports socks as well, because I wear the sports socks more in the summer months. I'm only going to keep a few sporty socks in here. I'm going to get rid of the pink ones because I only wear those in the summer with my pink summer trainers. So I'm going to put those under my bed, and then I've also got thinner ones as well. So I'm going to keep the thick ones out. They're going to be my winter socks. And then I'm going to put the rest under my bed. I'm also going to put my white ones away as well because I only wear these with my white trainers and I won't wear those in the winter when it's bad weather. So already I've got loads of space in my drawer now that I've got rid of some of those socks. You could always bin the socks if you're not going to wear them, but those I definitely will wear, so I'm just going to put them in storage for now. I also want you to go through your underwear drawer and be ruthless with your underwear. I like to have these little organisers that I got from IKEA. So you get a pack of 6. You get the long ones like this. You also get the quite big square ones as well. So these ones are quite big square ones. And then you also get the smaller ones as well, which are ideal for little things. Like I got some more socks in here, which I'm going to go through in a minute. What I want you to do to start with is go through your underwear and just check, is there anything that's really badly worn? Like anything with holes in, anything that's just really worn so much that it's maybe faded completely or completely gone see-through or threadbare. Anything that you think just doesn't fit you anymore, anything too small or anything too big. Also get rid of underwear that's uncomfortable as well. I'm going to go through and just check, is there anything that's uncomfortable or anything that I just don't wear very often or don't wear at all. So just have a little look through. Like I've got these little short pants. I don't like them. They're so uncomfortable. So I'm going to get rid of those. I've also got some underwear I know that I've just worn to death, and to be honest, they are looking really threadbare at the moment, so I'm going to get rid of those as well. For sure that I don't wear that much light coloured underwear, so I'm going to have a real good sort out of my light underwear. To be honest, I wear hardly any of it. Like, I never wear these, so I'm going to get rid of those. I know these ones are absolutely tiny, so I'm going to get rid of those. These ones are really bobbly and they're also really miscoloured, so I'm going to get rid of those as well. I've got quite a lot of white underwear that I never wear. These are what I call massive granny pants. And I just checked the size of these. They're a size 14, so I might have had those when I was pregnant. These are too small. I'm going to get rid of those as well. So it's surprising. Sometimes you stick things in a box. And this one is falling apart a little bit there, so I'm going to get rid of that. So it's just my excuse to get rid of it, to be honest. So already I can see I've got so much more room in this box. I also want you to be quite ruthless with getting rid of underwear that you might only wear on special occasions, like these. I only got matching bra to go with those, so I'm going to get rid of those. I don't really wear red very often, to be honest. I've got a red bra, but these knickers don't even go with the red bra, so I'm going to get rid of those. I got some underwear that doesn't even go with anything like these. I haven't got a matching bra or anything, so I'm going to get rid of those as well. I've owned these for about 10 years and never ever worn them. I don't know why I'm keeping them. I always keep things like this just in case. And to be honest, I don't think I'll ever wear them because I haven't even got a matching bra to go with it, so I'm going to get rid of that as well. So have a little look through. What are your favourites? Keep your favourites and get rid of things that you might love but not love as much as your favourites. So you can just get rid of them and keep only your favourite pairs. I'm also going to put these underneath my bed as well because these are more like summer socks. I will only wear these with light trainers, so I am going to put these under my bed just so I've not got so much in my drawer all in one go. But look at the difference on this now. So when I first showed you, there was quite a few pairs of underwear in there was loads of socks, and I have got rid of some. It's made such a difference already. Join me in minimising my children's wardrobes. I got 4 children and I'm going to be minimising 3 of them today because I've got 7-year-old twins and I've also got a 15-year-old boy as well. So my little girl's wardrobe is behind me, and this is a job that I've been putting off for a while. So excuse the no makeup and the pyjamas because we're keeping it real. I've just been for a walk with my sister, so I took my makeup off, put my pyjamas on, and then I had the motivation to do this. So I thought, why not make a video of it, because I know a lot of people struggle with things like this, and maybe you're looking for some motivation as well. So if you want to get motivated to minimize your wardrobe or your children's wardrobe, follow along with me and let's do this together. So just bear in mind that I've got twins, so there's going to be double of most of the items that I've got here. So it does look like there are a little bit more in this wardrobe than they would in a single child's wardrobe. What I did want to ideally do is have about 10 outfits. To be honest, I don't think they even need 10 outfits, but there are so many things in their wardrobe that are quite new and I love them, so I don't want to get rid of too much, but I did want to put a number on those outfits. So when I say outfits, I mean like a full outfit, like dresses and leggings, not the items. So dresses and leggings would be one outfit, and then the jacket to go with it as well. So that's how I'm going to do it anyway. I'm just going to go through their main bits, and then I am going to keep some jackets and cardigans as well. What you ideally want to do is take each item out and have a good look at it and think, is it too small to start with? Because that's a good place to start. So have a look at the age tag. You'll be surprised when you start looking for your kids' wardrobe how many things are just far too small for them. I had to look through my son's wardrobe a couple of months ago and I found stuff that was like age 12 and age 11, and he's 15 now, so it's shocking, I know, but you do forget and you don't realise unless you actually go through their wardrobe. So just take everything out, have a good look at it. Like for instance, this dress here is age 5 to 6 and it's probably a bit too small for my little girls now, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Although I love that, but I will sell it on Vinted, so at least I get my money back for it. This one's a new one, so I'm going to keep that. So I'm going to keep one party dress each for my girls. I'm not going to go wild. But this is a really pretty dress, but it's age 6 to 7. They're in 7 to 8 now, so I'm going to get rid of that. Like I said, I'm not going to worry too much about it because I can resell things like that. But if you've got a family member or you know someone like a friend that you can donate your clothes to, then you'll feel a lot better about it. Or you can sell on places like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree, that type of place, and Vinted is my favourite. That's a beautiful little dress. I love that. That's a summer dress. That's their winter party dress. So I'm probably going to put that underneath their bed. So I'll take that out of their wardrobe now. So that's their winter dresses. And they've got some new dresses that I bought them not so long ago, so I'll skip those. I've had a good look through some of these clothes already, so I kind of have a clue what I do like. So have a look at the clothes, see if they're in good quality still. If anything's like really damaged, stained, bobbly, you know, that's an excuse to get rid of stuff as well. That's what I sort of go on. There's two little dresses here which are gorgeous, but they're too small now. I know they're too small. So we'll get rid of those. Gorgeous little dresses. God, those are Vinted. Love Vinted. What you can do as well is declutter the hangers. So either put them like in a box or get rid of them if you've got too many of them. There's some winter dresses here that I'm going to get rid of because these I know are too small and this one's got a stain on it anyway, so that's my excuse to get rid of that. But these have been worn for 2 years anyway, so they've got loads of use out of them. So if you know that you've got items of clothing that you know they've worn to death and they've got a really good wear out of them anyway, it's not going to make you feel so bad about getting rid of stuff. So those are going. I'm getting on making a start, which is good. These are their little winter dresses, so I'm going to put them away as well. Put those underneath the bed because I got under the bed storage. What you want to do as well is be quite ruthless. So say if you've got quite a few items that look the same and you think, do you know what, they do not need 3 or 4 t-shirts that look the same. Like for instance, I've got matching t-shirts, but there's 2 grey t-shirts. Do they really need 2 grey t-shirts each? No, I don't think so. So to be honest, I had that given to me. It's a lovely top, love it, but they don't need loads of clothes, so I'm just going to donate that to someone and keep those ones. Then these ones here, I know these t-shirts here are going too small for them. They're tiny, so I'm going to get rid of them now. Like I said, they just do not need the amount of clothes that they've got because I can't move their clothes in their wardrobe anyway. So if you're finding that there literally is no space in your children's wardrobe to move clothes, and that's a good indicator that you need to start getting rid of stuff. I'm going to get rid of this little t-shirt. It's a bit too small anyway, so get rid of that. And there are some lovely items in here that I'm going to keep. There's a couple of t-shirts So I've kept, what, 3 t-shirts each. I think that's enough because they've got quite a few dresses. They got shorts as well. So I will go through their drawers as well. I'll show you their drawers in a minute. I've got some really good drawer organisation. I'm also going to keep a couple of cardigans, and they've also got some fleeces. They had loads of fleeces and jackets, and I got rid of quite a few of those not so long ago. So I'm going to keep a couple of hoodies. They do need things like that. So look how much space I've made already. Like, this is amazing. What I like to do is put all the things that are the same together. So for instance, all the hoodies are together, and I've got their cardigans, they're all together. Their t-shirts are together and they're all colour coordinated as well, so I can quickly grab them. Then I've got like vest dresses as well. So there's a couple of vest dresses there. Some jersey dresses. I love jersey dresses for little girls. My girls live in them. So I've got all their jersey dresses together. They have got quite a few dresses because these are all new, and I bought most of them off Vinted or in the sale as well. But look, I can actually move their stuff in their wardrobe. This is amazing. Open your drawers, and that sounds really bad. I'm so sorry. That really came out wrong. I mean, open whatever drawers you're going to go through, and yeah, open whatever drawers you're going to go through. It's going to make me laugh now constantly, and we'll organise them together. These are the drawers that I've got, so I'm going to ignore this here because this is just all bedding. I got this wardrobe from IKEA, so this is a Pax drawer. And these are all their things in here. So these little boxes, I think they're called the scub boxes. I will link some down below for you, but to be honest, they are cheaper in IKEA than I would link them for. They come in a pack of 6, so they've got 2 of the square ones, 2 of the rectangle ones, and then 2 of the smaller ones in a pack, and they're really good value for money, I think. And they do hold quite a lot. So what I do is I actually roll clothes up. So I'll just put them into like these little sausage roll parcels. I think, to be honest, there's a pair of shorts in here which I wasn't really too fussed on. These little shorts that's given to me, so I'll probably get rid of those, to be honest. But yeah, there's only a little box full of little shorts there, so I haven't gone too wild with the shorts. Then they've got their leggings here. So the leggings are something that they always wear. So I'll have a little look, see if anything's gone too small. So have a little look at the label. These are age 7. I did go through quite a few of these leggings not so long ago, so I don't think I'm going to find anything. But have a look at your children's trousers, shorts, t-shirts, you know, dresses, all that type of thing. Have a look at the label and just see if it's too small, get rid of it. And obviously sometimes if the label is younger than their age range, it might still fit, so it might be worth just trying things on your children first before you get rid of them forever. Age 5 to 6, oh there we go, see. They've also got this little box, and this has got some little skirts in, and these are little skirts that go with the little Minnie Mouse t-shirts that you saw earlier, the little grey ones, so I'm going to keep those for definite because they're new. But to be honest, I did get this little set from Vinted, and I'm not really fussed on them, so I think I'm going to get rid of them. They're quite bad quality. Lots a bunch of clothes there I'm going to get rid of. Also, this little skirt is beautiful, but they don't wear it very often, so if it's something that I know they're not going to wear very often, I am going to get rid of that too, but I am going to sell that on Vinted because it's beautiful. Absolutely love that. Can you see how, just by being a bit ruthless, I'm going to have so much room in this wardrobe, and it's lovely because then I've got less choice and I've got less washing to do because I don't have to worry about millions and millions of clothes to wash all the time. The same goes for socks as well. So if you're finding that you're overwhelmed with socks and pants, it might be worth going through things and just checking. Have they got holes in? Are they really badly worn? Are they too small? Like these ones are still okay because they still fit them. Are the socks small? Because socks is something that I need to really check the age range. These socks in particular have got the age range on them, which are good. But you might want to go through socks and just try them on your kids and see if they still fit. Most of these socks I have gone through and I've replaced them, so I think most of these socks fit anyway. So, but it is surprising what you can find at the bottom of a box like this. That drawer there is pretty empty now. I've just got some hoodies there, so I rolled up some of their hoodies. They've only got 2 hoodies each, which I think that is enough. I did declutter some of their fleeces and hoodies, like I said, and their jackets and stuff. They've also got a box of jump socks, and to be honest, they don't go trampolining that much. Look how many jump socks they've got. I can go through these and get rid of some of these as well. So definitely gonna get rid of some of them. And then pyjamas then as well. To be honest, I do like to keep quite a few pyjamas, and we do normally get overrun with pyjamas because there's 2 of them. But they got these 2 little boxes, so if the pyjamas are not going to fit in these 2 little boxes, then I do start getting rid of stuff. These are winter pyjamas, so I'm going to put these away. I'm in my son Finley's room now, so we're going to go through his wardrobe as well. So if you've got teenagers, it might be a good idea to go through their wardrobe as well, or if you've got older children. So to be honest, this is another wardrobe that I recently went through. So there has been quite a few things taken out of this wardrobe already. But the first thing you want to go through is the hangers. So if you've got extra hangers like this, go through them and get rid of them, because this is going to free up so much room in the wardrobe. And what you'll find is when you start getting rid of stuff, you're going to get rid of hangers anyway, because you just don't need them. And don't feel like you need to keep them, because if you do keep extra hangers, then you're just going to feel the need to fill them back up again, if that makes sense. So just get rid of them. What you want to do is the same thing and go through each clothing item and check the tag just to check for the age. So if there is something too small, then get rid of it. Also, what you want to do is have a look. Is there duplicates in the wardrobe? For instance, does your child own like 5 hoodies? Do they wear them still? So if you know there's a hoodie that you know is their favourite, maybe keep 1 or 2 of them instead of 5. You do know your child the best, and if you want to recruit them as well to ask them what they want to keep and what they don't, you might be surprised. For instance, my son has got too many hoodies. So I've been through the hoodies and I've gone downstairs and I've actually asked him, do you wear this? Would you wear this? And is it too small for you? And I'll show you the things that I've got rid of. So I have taken a few things out of his wardrobe so far. And I've got room now to actually move his things, which is amazing. So he's got quite a few hoodies. He lives in hoodies anyway, so he has got quite a few. He's also got long sleeve tops. I will leave those in his wardrobe. With mine and my little girl's wardrobes, I do take all the winter stuff out and put it under the bed. But with Finn, he's got quite a lot of room, so it's okay to leave some of his winter stuff in his wardrobe. And then he's got some t-shirts, but not loads. I have taken out quite a few t-shirts of his as well. He's also got his drawers as well, and I did recently go through these drawers too. So again, he's got his jump socks. To be honest, he doesn't go trampolining, so I'm going to get rid of those so they can go. He's got a selection of hats, so 3 caps and some sunglasses. He's got 1 pair of slippers that he wears. This is some of his joggers that he wears to school. So he's got these blue joggers that he wears. And then he's got some shorts as well. So he's got a box of shorts, and I recently put these in here. So there's 4 pairs of shorts that actually fit him. And then at the bottom, he's just got another pair of slippers, and then he's got some shoes. He's got football boots, which he wears to school, and then he's got like his flip-flops. And he's also got 2 pairs of trainers, but he's wearing those back and forth to school at the moment. I've got rid of quite a few things from their wardrobe now. So I've got a pile of stuff on the bed here. These are the things that I'm going to sell on Vinted. So I've got quite a few things here to sell. What I'll do with these things is I'll put them in the garage in a box, and I put them in types so I can find them easily. So I'll put all my little girls' things together in one box. I'll also put my son's stuff in a box, and I'll put my stuff in a box as well, just so I can find them easily. And these are transparent boxes with a tight fitting lid, because I do worry about rodents getting into these boxes. But they're in the garage and they're out of the way, and they're stackable as well, so they're just out of sight, out of mind, but then they're there for when I want to sell stuff. I've also got a pile of stuff that I'm going to take to the weigh-in, because around my area we do something which is you take bags and they'll weigh them, and then they'll give you a little bit of money. It is not a lot, but all those clothes get donated, so they go to a good cause. So that's what I'm going to do with these, but there are quite a few things here. With the jump socks, unfortunately, I am going to have to bin them, because I can't get rid of those. I can't donate those at all, so they will have to go in the bin. But I did get rid of quite a few jump socks as well, so it is surprising. I also found a pair of shoes as well, and to be honest, those are going to go in the weigh-in as well. So these are too small for them now, but they are worn to death. So I hope this gave you the motivation to have a little bit of a declutter of your children's wardrobes, or your own wardrobe as well. I am going to do a minimise with me wardrobe video. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to go through my wardrobe and I'm going to be very ruthless. I have already minimized my wardrobe quite a bit, but there is still some items in my wardrobe I think, do you know what, I'm not wearing those enough, so I want to really go through them and just really be ruthless and minimize my wardrobe so it's easier to wear stuff, easier to find things, and also my items of clothing are going to mix and match together better as well. If you end up enjoying this video, please give it a like. I'm a brand new channel and I'm trying to push these videos out to more people. Let's get stuck straight in because I'm going to be decluttering gadgets today, and I encourage you to be ruthless with this, okay, because I have been so ruthless. Honestly, if you're not using something, just get rid of it. Have a think about the last time that you used it. Have a think about, are you going to use it in the future? How many times do you actually use that gadget as well? And are you only holding on to these gadgets for the guilt that you've spent money on that thing? And honestly, I have been there in the past, okay, but you just need to try and switch your mindset and just think, these are only things, they haven't got feelings, you're not going to miss them when they're gone. I certainly haven't missed anything that I've got rid of. It has only made my life so much better through getting rid of things. So I do encourage you, just let go of these things. You can always try to sell them on if they are worth money, and you can also give them to family and friends, or you can just donate them to charity, or if you're this ruthless, just bin them. Follow along with me and declutter along with me today. I think you will enjoy it. Okay, looking for gadgets now. I know there's a few gadgets in my little wardrobe that I don't use. So one of them being my daughter's old iPad. We've had this iPad for about 7 or 8 years. It got passed down from my boys, so it's probably more like 10 years old to be honest. And I forgot all about it because it's behind a box and it doesn't even turn on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this off to Apple because I am a bit worried about there being information on there. And I saw online that you can actually send your iPads or your Apple products off to Apple and they will wipe all the details. So I'm going to do that. And then I also found 2 phones, 2 oldish phones, but they are really good condition. So I'm going to try and sell these on, to be honest. And then I'm just going to have a look if there's anything else in this cupboard. I don't think there is. I pretty much use every gadget in here. There might be something in this box. Let's have a little look. Is there anything in there? No, it's just my laminator. I'm also going around my house and seeing if there's any old plugs. So this one is to go with the phone that I just found. So I'll put that with my Samsung phone, but obviously I'm not using it. So I'm going to declutter that as well, and I can sell that with the phone. And then you also want to have a look around. Is there any wires that you're not using? There might be wires that you just don't even know what they go with anymore. So just try them in things. And if you're not using them and you don't even know what they're for, then chances are you're not needing them because you're not using them, and you may as well just declutter them. I also found this little foot massager, and I used to use this a lot when I was pregnant for my girls, which was like 8 years ago, and to be honest I haven't used it since. So it's quite bulky and I do find it hard to store it, and because it's always in a box in the top of my wardrobe, I just don't reach for it, and honestly I forgot I even had it. So I'm just going to be ruthless and I'm going to try and sell this back on. I can probably put this on Facebook Marketplace. It is a really good one, so yeah, I think it'll go. It's by Home Medics, which is a really good brand, isn't it? But if I can get some money for this, I'd rather that rather than it be stuck in a cupboard and doing nothing. I'm also getting rid of this nail set. So this is a gadget, so I thought I would include it in this video. It's just a gel nail polish set, and I've only used it once. I've had it for about 4 years. What is the point in it if I'm only using it once? But I've got all this stuff with it, and I'm going to actually sell this on Facebook Marketplace to see if I could get some money back for it. I also went around and I found some tack things. So I had a good sort out of my son's boxes in his bedroom, and I came across some headphones, really old headphones that just plug in and they're not going to be used. I also came across this Disney Infinity base, and we actually keep the characters now in a glass cabinet for show, so I'm not going to use that. And then I also came across this clock that I've been keeping. It is faulty, and I was hoping to get another light or something for it. What I am going to do with this is I'm going to get another light and then give it to my friends, because it is one of those Lumi body clocks and they're amazing. If you suffer with SAD syndrome, this is something that has actually fixed my SAD syndrome. It's amazing. These clocks are amazing. I will link them for you. But yeah, like I said, I know someone who's struggling at the moment with their mental health, and I can get a little lamp for this hopefully, and hopefully fix it. So I'll keep that for now, but it is going. So if I can't find a lamp, it is going. So the area of my home I've chose today is this door organiser on the back of my door, and this has been filled with art supplies for my little girls, card games, just little bits and bobs, and I want to just go through it because I never come to this, so it is proof that I'm not using any of this stuff. I don't need any of it, and I'm probably not going to miss any of it when it's gone. So I'm going to be ruthless today. I'm going to go through it bit by bit. So pick an area of your home that's been bothering you for a while. This could be a drinks cupboard, it could be your wardrobe, it could be a drawer in your living room, it could be a box. Just pick something small and let's declutter together. Set yourself a 10-minute timer and let's get started. So after we've done this challenge, I challenge you to go through my other videos and use this as a motivation to declutter other parts of your home as well. Let's put a timer on our phone and let's be ruthless. So timer started. Let's get going. I've got 10 minutes. So I'm literally just going to go through each pouch and I'm going to see, like, do I really need this? Because I know a lot of these are coloured pencils and my girls don't use them, so they mainly use felt tips. So I am going to donate these. I can donate these to friends because I've got quite a few kids, quite a few friends with kids. I've also got a pencil case here, and this is full of pencils as well, and crayons that I know they won't use. There is a felt tip. I know they'll use a felt tip, but I will check if it works first before I decide to keep it. So I'm going to have a look through all this, just taking out all the felts, and then there are all these coloured pencils. And to be honest, I know it sounds like a bit of a waste, but my girls are not using them. There is no point in keeping them. So I'd rather give them to kids that will use them. There's a bunch of bubbles. And to be honest, I hardly ever get bubbles out because they just get everywhere. And they used to use bubbles a lot when they were little, because I used to take them out a lot, but we hardly ever use bubbles now. They're a bit bigger. There are these little magic bubbles. I'll probably keep those. I got rid of this wand. I got rid of these bubbles. All these bubbles are going. There's a bunch of little bubbles, and I will keep these because I can actually use these as well for parties, for like my little girl's birthday is coming up soon, so I will keep the mini bubbles. That's empty. That's got glue in. That's a calculator. Let's have a look what's in this. How much time have we got left? 7 minutes. 7 minutes, plenty of time. I hope you're doing good. I'd love to hear what part of your home you're decluttering. I found some random things that we got free with a teddy bear, so when you open these squishmallow things, they come with little bubbles. I'm just going to get rid of them because they're not being used, and I can actually donate these to my friend's little girl. So that's another empty pocket, which is amazing. What's in there? A little bubble wand. And then top trumps. I'm going to lay the top trumps out because they've got quite a few, because my boys when they were little used to collect top trumps, so we've got loads. There's chalk in there. I'll keep the chalk because I always think chalk is nice for chalking outside, so put the chalk back in. There's a little pencil case here, and that's got our favourite felt tips. I will link these because they're brilliant. They come on a little plastic string, so all the pen lids stay together. So if you're travelling, it's brilliant because the pen lids don't get lost. So I will link those, and I'm going to keep that. It's got a little mini notebook, and that's for going out, so I always keep that to hand. There's another pencil case here. Let's see what's inside this pencil case. Pencils, and I think these are all my old pencils. So yeah, I'm selling a lot of my pencils because I don't use them, so I'm actually going to sell these as well, so I can reuse the pencil case. There's a bunch of top trumps in here. That one is some snap thing that I made a while ago. I don't think we'll use that. Nope, get rid of that. Top trumps. These are all, these I used to use these as doorstops. It's just an old card game, so I'm going to get rid of those. They can be recycled. Then there's a snap game, or a oh, I like that game. I'm going to go back in there. There's Uno. Yeah, we always play Uno. There's loads of top trumps, and some of the top trumps are actual doubles, so I'll probably get rid of some of those. Because we hardly play with top trumps. It's mainly like days out. I will keep the little mini Uno, so we love Uno. It's a brilliant game. Top trumps again. So many top trumps. I didn't realise. These are all top trumps that we've had from McDonald's, and we've collected them over the years. A little double, keep that. That can be a little travel game. Pokemons are going. Right, we're doing good. How long have I got left? 3 minutes. Okay, the challenge is on now. I'm talking too much. So stop the talking, Linds, and keep going. That's the snap cards. Snap cards that are too young for my girls. There's some felts in here that I know are pretty much dead, so I'm going to get rid of those. Here, there's a couple of whiteboard pens. Keep those as they're still in good condition, but there is a pack of chalk in there. These felt tips, I need to try them if they still work, so I'll pop those on to a notebook. I've got 2 minutes and 16 seconds left. So these are chalks. I'm going to keep the whiteboard pens. I don't put the whiteboard pens, but I'll put them up a bit higher because I want things down low that the girls can grab themselves. So I'll put a little calculator down low. There's a couple of, there's more top trumps there. Avengers, top trumps. I'll get rid of all this because we don't use tracing paper. I've just kept it over the years just in case girls would use it. I'm going to recycle that. See how much quicker you can make a decision if you've put a timer on. It definitely helps me. I might not get all this done in 10 minutes, but it's making me move fast. I'm going to put that back. That's Happy Families. That is normal cards, so a normal cards game. This is a sentimental game. I'm going to keep this. This is top trumps that my boys made when they were little, and they've done some really funny characters on here, like Batman. And sometimes they like to get this out because it's so funny, some of the little characters they've made. So I'll keep that. That's sentimental. Sometimes it's a bit hard to get rid of things, isn't it, when they're sentimental. Okay, that's like a random card. Harry Potter top trumps. Shall I keep that? Yes, definitely. Love Harry Potter. Uno, that goes with our Uno Roboto game. I'll put that upstairs. This is a little double. Check that that's not a double. When they are, the time is going off. See what I mean? But anyway, I'm going to set myself another 2 minutes. Okay, because I've gone over time. But I like to be real on this channel, you know. I'm not going to lie to you about the timing. The 2 minutes, like, it has to be done because I want to finish this. So I've gone over time because I'm talking to you at the same time. So these are little glue sticks. I'm going to get rid of these because they're nearly all gone. Get rid of those. I'll probably get rid of the pencil case as well because I don't think I've got anything to fill it up. It's pencils, random pencils, some pens, and I will check. I keep dropping that pencil on the floor. I will check if this pencil works as well. And then in here there's whiteboard pens, and I use this for my wipeable calendar, so I will keep the whiteboard pens. 2 more things to go through. My girls use felt tips a lot, but I don't like to put them all out at the same time because they can get overwhelmed. So I will go through this and take out the felt tip pens. I'm going to try the pens out now to see what works. What doesn't work, I'm going to bin them and then put the ones that do work back in the pencil case. What I've decided to do with the things I'm decluttering, I'm going to give these to my little girl's school. It's a brand new glue spreader, brand new pencils. They can probably use these for Christmas gifts. And then what I'm going to do with the top trumps is I'm going to give these to my friend's little girl because they're a double, so those are going. I'm going to put those back in. Little top trumps can go back in. I'm not going to go mad with keeping the top trumps because, like I said, we don't use them that often. I'm going to get rid of the bugs and insects. So I've got rid of those. I'm just being ruthless because I just want less things in this house. I'm going to get rid of which I've got quite a few, see. These used to be my son's favourite, but there's hardly any cards, so I'm going to get rid of those. Those can be recycled, the plastic and the paper. Right, I'll show you the pile of stuff that I'm getting rid of now. I've made quite a big pile of things that I'm getting rid of. Here's the stuff that I've just taken out of those containers, and honestly, look at the stuff that I'm getting rid of. Some of it can be recycled, some of it I'm going to donate, like the bubble mixture I'm going to donate. I can also donate some pencils and stuff to my friend's little girl, so I'm going to go through those pencils. Those are going to go to my friend's little girl, and then some of these card games can also go to my friend's little girl as well. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you had a lovely Christmas and a happy new year as well. In this video, I just thought I'd show you what I've been decluttering over the last week, because I'm a mum to 4 children and a dog, and I decided to start minimalism 2 years ago. So I started decluttering my home, and I decluttered up to 85% of my home. And I did have a good declutter before Christmas, because that's what I always do. But then after Christmas, there was just so much stuff that came into the house, board games, a few toys, not many toys to be honest, a few toys, mainly clothes, that I just wanted to have a good sort out again and just go through the toys that my girls don't play, go through some clothes and board games and things like that. I will show you everything that I've decided to declutter literally within the last week leading up to New Year. So just after Christmas I started Boxing Day, and then up to New Year, which is today when I'm filming this. This is New Year's Eve. Within that short amount of space I've decluttered all this stuff. Honestly, I got a massive laundry hamper full of stuff to show you. I did a video like this not so long ago, and I got some lovely feedback on that video saying that it gave my viewers motivation to declutter their own stuff, and also gives you ideas of what to declutter as well. So I hope this is going to do the same for you. Please give it a like. I am a brand new channel and I need all the help I can get. Let's get stuck straight into showing you what I've decluttered, shall we? First up, I went through my little girl's Christmas books. So what I do is I only get these out at Christmas time, and these have been going for a good couple of years now, but they're 8 now, and I think by next Christmas they're going to be 9, and they're not really going to be into very young books like this. They are already outgrowing books like this. So I'm going to declutter all these books. I might actually take them to the library, because I've got loads of library books to take back. So I'm going to take these to the library, and if not, then I'll just put them on Facebook Marketplace and just offer them for free. So I got those. And then I also found a bunch of clothes. So I went underneath my bed. I got this pull-out box from IKEA, and I keep my seasonal clothes in this. And because we had quite a few socks and gloves and spare hats and things like that gifted to us, I needed to make room in that box. So I decided to be quite ruthless, and I got rid of, or am getting rid of, quite a few of these clothes. So I did find quite a few clothes. I also wanted to go through my little girl's wardrobe and declutter some clothes, because I'm trying to give them a more minimal wardrobe as well, so that I've got less choice. They've hardly got any room in their wardrobe as it is, because they're twins and they share a wardrobe. And because they had quite a few new clothes and pyjamas and socks and pants and all sorts for Christmas, I needed to make room. So I got rid of these little jeggings, because they are lovely, in beautiful condition and everything, and I know they'd wear them, but I'm having to be ruthless, and they mainly wear leggings, so I can do without those. I haven't got 2 of them anyway. I also went through their socks and found some small socks. So these are like, they've just gone too small for them. So I'm going to get rid of those. Plonk them by there. Found a sparkly skirt, because they've got 2 party skirts and I don't see the need in having 3. It's a lovely skirt, but there's 2 other skirts that they prefer. So I just try to keep favourites in this house, things that we absolutely love. Like my little girls could favour this, but it is not their absolute favourite. So I'm just going to get rid of that. And then also I did go through their board games, because they had quite a few board games and I needed to make room. So I'm getting rid of the board games that are either gone a little bit too young for them, like this game. And I know they could still play with this, but I'm just going to keep their new games, the games that they absolutely love, and I'm going to have to be quite ruthless. So that's going. I'm going to put that on Vinted. I'm also going to get rid of this. I only bought it for them for Christmas last year, and to be honest, they didn't really prefer it, or they didn't really understand it very well. So I am going to get rid of that as well. It's not one of their favourite games, although it is a really good game. Going to put that on Vinted as well. I'm also getting rid of this little bingo game, and also this dinosaur snap game as well. I'm going to put that on Vinted too, because there's so many arguments in this house when we play Snap. Thea's one of my twins. She always runs off screaming when she doesn't win, so it's just not worth my life getting it out. Honestly, it's not. I also found a bunch of paintings that I've done, and I went through all my paintings and I was ruthless. I am getting rid of much more than this, but I just thought I'd keep this little handful to show you. What I have done is I've turned them around on their backs so my little girls can actually reuse the paper on the back. But I'm getting rid of all these paintings. There's quite a few in there, and there's a massive bunch of spare paper on the back that I've kept in my little girl's art cupboards downstairs as well. So getting rid of about 30 paintings. I'm saying this quite quietly because they're downstairs, but I'm also getting rid of my little girl's LOL dolls, because although they've loved these in the past, they don't really play with toys that much. And when they do play with toys, they've got their favourites, like they prefer Barbies and dolls now. So they always go to those, and they never seem to go to these. So I'm just going to be quite ruthless and I'm going to get rid of them. I will probably put these on Vinted as well. And if you're ever wondering, where do I store things when I'm trying to sell them on Vinted? I've got big clear boxes in my garage with a clickable lid, and I store them in there. And to be honest, they do go quite quickly, so I don't hold on to things for a really long time. If there's ever anything that doesn't sell on Vinted for a while, then I will just either bag it up for, we've got donations in this country where they send donations of clothes to Africa, so I bag the clothes up for that, or I will just donate the toys to either friends or charity shops. I'm also getting rid of these Hatchimals. I put these in my recent what to buy an 8-year-old for Christmas, and honestly these are brilliant little toys, but to be honest they're just not playing with them. It's really sad, but they just love their iPad, they love their Barbies and their dolls, and they love their crafts so much that they don't play with many of their toys anymore. So I'm just being really ruthless. I am minimizing their toys as much as I can, and these lovely little sets I'm going to put on Vinted as well. So they're just a bunch of little Hatchimals, but the boxes do take up quite a bit of room because there is two. So I've made quite a bit of space now in the box from getting rid of the LOL dolls and the Hatchimals as well. And I'm not feeling pressured to fill up that box either. It is complete. It is nearly empty now. I'm also going to declutter this lovely doll. They've got 4 of these dolls and also quite a few baby dolls. And to be honest, they had 2 new baby dolls for Christmas because that's what they asked for. But I need to make room in those boxes. If it was my choice, I would get rid of more, but I know that they all go looking for them. So I'm going to get rid of this one. I did buy it second hand, and they've got 2, or I think they've got 3 more of these dolls that I bought for them for Christmas last year, so I don't want to get rid of those. But yeah, I did recently declutter one of these, and I will put that on Vinted as well. She's a lovely little doll. I will dress her first though. I'm also decluttering this mermaid blanket. This was bought for them a good few years ago, and they never ever use it. It's a beautiful little blanket. I did sell one of these on Vinted not so long ago, and I've just washed this, so I will put this on Vinted as well. But it's just a lovely soft blanket. But what's the point in keeping things if they're not being used? And it is such a shame because it does take up quite a bit of room, so I'm going to get rid of that as well. I also have got these 2 little raincoats, so there's 2 of them, 2 raincoats, all-in-one raincoats. These don't fit my girls anymore. I'm going to put these on Vinted. And then I've also got slippers, and these are too small for my girls, so 2 sets of slippers. These do take up quite a bit of room, so I'm going to get rid of those as well. And I will put those in the bags where I said I bag up the clothes, and then they'll weigh them in and send them off to Africa. So at least I know that they go into a good home. I also got some football trainers from my son, and these are too small as well. These are Adidas. I think these are Adidas. Yeah, so I'm going to put these on Vinted because they're Adidas. I think these will definitely go. They are in good, really good condition actually. I think they've been worn twice. So we're going to try and sell those on. Actually, trainers like this sell quite quickly on Vinted as well. You'll be surprised. I also found a few little knickknacks, just random little toys and objects that I found around my home, like these little glasses that don't even fit them, the little flashy glasses, a little car, little squidgy balls that have lost their squidge. Do you know what I mean? It's surprising where you can find little dolls hairband. Like, I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. So that is actually... these little things are going to go in the bin, and then I will put those in the charity bag, to be honest. I'm also getting rid of this laptop. I know that's a bit random, but this is a laptop that I had maybe 15 years ago. Honestly, it's so big and heavy. It's ridiculously heavy. It feels like a brick. Honestly, it feels like a couple of bricks. That's how heavy it is. but I don't even know where the charger is for. I'm gonna have to find the charger. And the only reason why I don't use this is because one, it's slow, it's rubbish, it's just so honestly doesn't work very well. But the only reason why I have kept this is because it's got videos and pictures of my sons from when they were little. So my sons are 15 and 20 now, nearly 20. So I do want to get the videos and photos off this, and that's why I've kept it. So what I'm going to do is put this in my bedroom now on my table to remind me that I'm just going to save those pictures, and then I'm just going to get rid of it. This is going to get taken to the skip, and I'm just going to put it into the electricals box because we've got recycling centres in the UK, so I can take this to one of those. But yeah, that just takes up so much room, and keeping hold of gadgets just because they cost you money is just a waste of your time, a waste of your space. So we may as well just get rid of things if you're not using them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you got some inspiration on what to declutter in your home. Let me know if you're going to have a good sort out, and let me know what you decide to declutter as well. I always love to get ideas. I am still on a journey towards minimalism, so I'm still getting rid of things constantly. So if you like decluttering, organising and living more of a minimal and simple lifestyle, then maybe think about subscribing so you can join us, because I do lots of videos like that.